Hey guys, Brandon here from Exotic Diecast, bringing you guys another review. I haven't done a whole lot of reviews, but I plan on making a whole lot more because I have a lot of cars and I got a lot of new ones, and I haven't even caught up on all the reviews of all the cars I already have. So I will get caught up and start reviewing a bunch of the cars that I already had and are new to me. So this one, I've had this LaFerrari before, and I gave it to a friend of mine, and then I kind of missed it, and so I bought one back. So with that, I just got this one not too long ago, and pretty much because I have no tie-in with Hot Wheels Elite or any of the automaker or the manufacturers of these model cars, I have no reason to give a biased review. Obviously with my 3 Koenigsegg's, the review on those are obviously going to be good just because they're Frontier art and they're pretty expensive. There's just not going to be anything wrong with them. And you kind of keep them in an acrylic case and nothing moves on those pieces. Whereas with a car like this, it's a little bit more, well, a lot more affordable when compared to something like that, but yet still expensive compared to other things. So what I'm saying is I'm going to be completely honest with this review. I do like this model car, but there are some definite flaws with it. So I don't want to scare anyone away from buying this car because I have seen better. With the exact same car, people have better luck. But anyway, this is the 1/18 scale Hot Wheels Elite Ferrari LaFerrari. And so I'm just going to go ahead and spin it around real quick, just kind of show you guys the different angles. It is a very good looking model. The red is a very, very good looking red. The camera will not do it justice, but it is a very, very good looking model. I don't know if that's going to be far enough for the camera to be able to zoom or to focus in. I mean, as you can see, the detail is not, it is not too shabby, but there are some things that I will have to point out. So I'll go ahead and just bring this a little bit closer. Okay, and just before I get into more of the not so good things about this, let me see. Autofocus, there it goes. All the moving parts on this car, I really, really like this. So obviously the front, I'll move the camera in just a second. The doors is in there with the closed window. It's pretty cool. So the doors feel really, really good. And then the back hatch opens. And then one thing I didn't know until my buddy told me, but this wing can actually be deployed just by pulling it from the back like this. And then as you can see, the wing got raised, so you can actually close it. And as you can see, the wing is actually up, and you can just kind of push it back down. So I thought that was pretty cool. So just to show the scale model, all of its moving parts, we're going to go ahead and keep that up. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up the camera and kind of show you guys. So here's some of the engine detail, pretty darn good. Very good, actually. The carbon fiber looks very good considering its price. Again, this is $140 from Amazon, and that's the cheapest place I found. It was like $139.99 or something like that. But yeah, Amazon with Prime free shipping. So that's the cheapest I found it. And I will put a link in the description for you guys to check it out on Amazon. So if you guys are wondering where to get that, Amazon, that's the cheapest place I found with free shipping as well. And then, so I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of zoom in, show you guys some of the details of the car. Again, not bad detail, really, really good detail. It's just some of the flaws, but I'll get to that in just a second. So I'm going to put it in manual focus just so it starts freaking out. There we go. So as you can see, not bad detail at all. I'll go ahead and get the other side. So yeah, very, very good detail. And so yeah, that's how it looks like with the back wing up. Let's see, here we go. Yeah, good detail for sure. And then the front luggage compartment, very, very cool. Nice and like slotted like the real thing. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I'll put it back on autofocus. So I'll go ahead and close that and close this back here. And then here are the doors. So yeah, obviously a really, really cool looking car with the doors like that as well. So I'll just put it like that. And then you could probably even get some cool slider shots like this. But anyway, a great, great detail looking car. Now I'll just go ahead and jump right into it and kind of go over the financials and is it a good buy and all that stuff. Let's just go over the flaws that I briefly mentioned. Okay, for the first one, let's start with the right side. Oh, I'm sorry, the left side. So in between the door there's like some like white scuff like glue right about here. Haven't really tried taking that off yet, but I mean it doesn't seem like it's coming off. Not that big of a deal when compared to something like this. Sorry if you hear that chair moving around that I'm sitting on. But so let's see if it will focus here. There it is. This black scuff right here, I mean, at least the camera's actually doing it justice. It looks not too good. You feel it textured and it is not coming off at all. And I don't want to really try forcing it off because I'm just going to scratch it, but that is in the paint. It is not coming off at all. Also, right about here, I don't know if it's going to focus when I'm that close. Let's see. I'm going to put it back on manual. There is hair in the paint, which sounds kind of crazy. If you could see that right there, yeah, it does not look as bad on camera, but let me see if I could show it a bit more. There's that hair inside the paint right there. You could feel it, and it is just, for this price, I just don't think there should be that much gunk in the paint. Yeah, that's a good shot right there for you guys to see all that scuff in the black and the hair on the side. Not cool. That didn't make me too happy, obviously. That's probably actually the biggest flaw with it, so I guess the worst is over. Right here, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick this up, there's black like overspray paint. Let me see if I could make it pick it up. Let's see, yeah, so right there, yeah, it looks much worse in person, trust me, but there's like that black right there, and that is just simply black overspray. I'm gonna see if I could maybe, yeah, that should show it better. So yeah, it looks worse in person, but there's just that black overspray, it's not coming off. That's kind of irritating. And then that's pretty much it except for this right here. The back hatch doesn't close all the way. I mean, you could kind of pinch it, as you can see. It should look like that. And then right when I release it, it gets a little gap. It's much more noticeable in person as well. But it doesn't close all the way. My buddy's doesn't close all the way either. And then other than that, there's just like paint flaws that I'm sure maybe you could correct somehow, but it just looks kind of like there's another black spot right there that I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, but there's just, yeah, black spot right here. There's just random little smudges and black spots that are not coming off, and I've tried very carefully to take it off. So yeah, pretty much the worst angle, like I already showed you, is that right there. Once it focuses, the hair, the black scuff. So not great. I contacted Amazon, and thankfully they did say that they could just refund me. They're not gonna replace it. They'll just give me all my money back, and then I could obviously just buy another one and hope that my luck is better. But with that, my buddy has this one that I used to have, and the only problem that one had is right here. There would be just a little bit of like resin left from like the glue. But that was it. Everything else looked perfect. This one, so I guess buying this car is kind of like a hit or miss. You just kind of have to hope yours is, you know, in much better quality. But I mean, other than that, I mean, these like kind of shots like this really just show its detail. I mean, this is a good looking scale model, and that is why I still, even after those flaws, recommend that you do get one. Because what else are you gonna buy? I mean, Barago or whatever, they make some for $50, but they are obviously not gonna look that good. They're not gonna have that level of detail. They might not also have those flaws, but also then your next jump from there is to go with BBR or whatever for $500. Cool thing with that is you get like the gloss black wheels and no flaws like this. But again, that's a lot of money, $500. So, you know, it kind of goes with whatever you want. So this is a good middle one. It's just unfortunate that it has these flaws. And if you think I'm kind of overreacting about these flaws, maybe, but when you bring in a car like this, before I tell you exactly what car it is, obviously it's a 1/18 scale F50, but I'm just gonna go ahead, pick the camera back up, bring these cars together here. These, as far as quality, maybe also just because it's on camera and it doesn't really do it justice, but they're really not far off. Obviously the LaFerrari is a lot prettier, just it's with the black roof and everything. But the detail itself is not off at all. I mean, even the back of the F50 just looks amazing. The mesh could be a little bit better there, but it's really not too bad. The difference here is this has no black scuffs. It has nothing wrong with it like that. Obviously by the windows you can tell it's not a Hot Wheels Elite. But I mean, everything, even the detail on the engine. Let's just open both of these up. So obviously if you didn't know much about them, or even if you do, you would think these are not too far off on value. Well, I'll go ahead and break it to you. This is a Maisto special edition or whatever, and this is the Hot Wheels Elite. This was $140 on Amazon, while this one was $13.99 at Sam's Club. Yet, for whatever reason, this one has more flaws. Now yes, if you pick this up and you pick this one up, This one just feels better, obviously. I mean, you do get more for your money. I'm not saying that, oh, something that's worth 15 bucks is cheaper, but you do get so much more for your money with that. Unfortunately, they don't make a LaFerrari for $13.99, so you kind of have to pay with what, if you want a LaFerrari, you just have to get one, and you might have to pay a bit much. But that's kind of where I get a little upset, is when I get my $13.99 car, my $140 car, I don't feel like I, got as good of a deal on this, because of some of the flaws. But yet, what else am I going to do? Spend 50 bucks on a Barago or whatever. I still prefer this. And then for one more example car, we'll go ahead and get to one of my latest purchases. This is a Auto Art. Once you're already spending $140 on this Hot Wheels Elite, that's Auto Art money. And as you guys know, Auto Art is an incredible manufacturer of these cars. Let me just move this. So this one right here was $130 or so, or 135 or 140 or something like that. So it is pretty much the same price as this LaFerrari. Okay, but this one has, I'm not kidding when I say this, 0 flaws at all, and that's what you should expect. I'm gonna put the camera down. That is what you should expect for $140, is to be literally flawless. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on automatic focus, so it does that. But I mean, nice little latch right here, everything open, spring activated. The carbon fiber looks much better on this one. I'm gonna go ahead and spin it around. If it focuses, there it goes. I'm gonna open this up, the hydraulics as well. This is not a review on the Murcielago SV, I know, but I will do one eventually. I'm just saying, for the value, look at the carbon fiber, look at the hydraulics, everything on this car is unbelievable. And you feel like that is worth $140. You do feel like this is worth under $15, but no, you actually feel like this is worth $50, but you paid under $15. Versus with this, although I don't feel like it's worth $140, I feel like it's maybe worth more like $50. I still don't regret buying it because there's really no alternatives that aren't, that great. So that pretty much does it for this review. My buddy, like I said, has one. He has much better luck in the detail with his, and if you get one and it is flawless, then it is absolutely worth the money. But I mean, it's just, I had to be honest. I had to give my honest review, and I am so happy with this model car. It does look great, obviously, just look at it. But I just wish those little flaws Hot Wheels Elite would just correct. I also have a Hot Wheels Elite Ferrari 458 Speciale. That is literally flawless, and why this one is flawed, I don't know. But anyway, link is in the description if you want to give it a shot, or you could just buy a Barago or something like that. But anyway, $139 on Amazon. Link in the description. Many more reviews to come. Probably next will be of the Auto Art Murcielago SV. But until then, thank you guys for watching and have a good day.